At the most basic level, the active voice emphasizes the person or agent who performs an action, in short, the actor. The passive voice emphasizes the recipient of the action or sometimes the action itself. Let's have a look at these examples. Active voice: the dog chased the ball. Passive: the ball was chased by the dog. In this very simple sentence, the active voice is a better choice. Why is that? It is more concise or shorter. The passive voice in this case is unnecessarily wordy and clunky. However, there are many examples where we either cannot or do not want to emphasize the actor, particularly if there is an element of mystery involved. My car was stolen on Sunday night. In this case, the speaker may know or does not know who stole her car, and this use of the passive is perfectly appropriate. The active alternate would be: someone stole my car on Sunday night. But this is a case where the speaker probably wants to emphasize the action itself rather than the perpetrator. She wants to emphasize that something bad happened to her. You'll notice something about the two passive examples that we just showed. Both use a form of the verb to be. In this case, the past form was chased or was stolen. You can say, my car was stolen on Sunday night. These verbs are not needed in active sentence constructions, which is one main reason why many people say that active sentences are stronger and more consistent. Now that we have clarified the basic distinction between active and passive voice, why don't we have a look at some realistic and complex examples from academic writing? The interviews were conducted by two people who had no relationship with New York City. Active: two people who had no relationship with New York City conducted the interviews, or two people neither of whom had a relationship with New York City conducted the interviews. In this case, the author wants to emphasize the interviews and also how they were conducted as an element of the research methodology. Therefore, the passive voice is an appropriate choice, although the active voice would not be incorrect. Example number 2. Passive: Atlas. TI software was used for qualitative data analysis. Active: option 1. We use Atlas TI software for qualitative data analysis. Active: option number 2. The researchers use Atlas TI software for qualitative data analysis. In this case, the active options may be problematic for different reasons. The first option is grammatically correct, but some researchers and writers and even journals prefer to avoid the use of first person. Choosing the passive voice is an easy way to avoid having to make a decision about using the sometimes questionable word we. Active option number 2, which is the one used in the third person, the researchers, it's grammatically correct, but sounds a bit awkward. Again, as in example 1, the author of this article are emphasizing aspects of their methodology, one of which is the software choice, thus their use of the passive voice is acceptable and appropriate. Now, let's have a look at this other example. Passive. This research was approved by the Ethics Committee of the Institute of Gerontology. Active. The Ethics Committee of the Institute of Gerontology approved this research. Again, in this case, the authors are emphasizing that their research was approved. This is an important piece of information, arguably more important than the entity that did the approving, that the passive voice is justified. Well, that'll be all for now, and I hope you have enjoyed this video and have learned a lot. And please, I ask you to like and share this video so more people can watch it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please, we ask you to do that. This is really important to us and to our channel. Well, thank you a lot and have a wonderful rest of your day.